Next up, most of us on here play video games. We've been waiting for the next wave of info from Sony mainly, even though Xbox just a couple days before Sony revealed all the tech specs. Now, we're not going to get into the numbers game because
please don't.
numbers are stupid, for one, because you can't really match up technology per number because there's so many other factors that go into it. The PS3, for example, on a technical level, was less powerful than the Xbox 360, but it pulled off better-looking games like The Last of Us and Uncharted that weren't being pulled off on the 360. So again, it's up to how you utilize it. What we know is that about somewhere in the fall, they're both saying, so I'm not even going to say about things, you know.
It's going to be the typical Christmas release.
Yep, Christmas release for both. And they're both high-end machines. Xbox Series X, the specs in there are looking like a $600 to $800 machine, just on what components are being used. The PlayStation is looking at about a $475 to $550 machine, because they're still using like a solid-state hard drive. If some of you don't know what that is, no mechanical hard drive moving parts. It's like a memory card. Yeah. They're using ones that are kind of like almost off the shelf, just semi-retrofitted. Microsoft has a whole entire proprietary thing they're building in-house, which is more expensive. Both using AMD graphics, which is great. AMD's a great company. And they're kind of like the same family, just the Xbox one is more powerful. But on the PlayStation side, the central processing unit, the CPU, which runs the entire thing, it's better on the Xbox Series X to a degree, but the PlayStation 5 can utilize the actual hard drive to do stuff that's never been seen before. Like, they can load all of Spider-Man in 0.25 of a millisecond. So,
right. I'm just saying, like, right now, it's basically efficiency over power.
Yep.
Or over raw power, basically.
Yep. So they're kind of like splitting head, like, there's no clear victory yet because obviously you have to wait a little bit to look at it. But what excites me is that they're both still hyping up the next gen consoles. Like, they're like, no, it's still happening. Don't forget about us. And
I'll believe it when they're out.
Same.
To be honest.
Same.
Right now.
Yep.
I can see there being a slight delay in the release of them, not actually coming out until 2021, only because they can't produce them right this second.
Right, if a factory shut down, what are you going to do? You know,
so there's that on top of who's going to want to spend that much money after these couple of months.
I mean, it's
going to be tight.
Even optimistically, if you're somebody that's like, you know what, I'll go buy both of them because I'll be saving. Money's going to be even tighter. Yeah. So if you have to get one, you're going to want to choose one. Personally, for my preference, I would go with a PlayStation because I know their exclusives are not coming to PC. And my PC can run everything on ultra high right now. So, well, other than the two games that are being ported by Kojima, other than that.
I mean, Horizon's clearly a test to have everything else on PC. Let's be real.
I think that engine maybe, but in a generation behind kind of makes sense. And if you look at it, you know, like I boot up I don't play much on my Xbox anymore because I use their Game Pass, and all their games pop up on PC. So, like, I was playing Gears of War 5. And it looks infinitely better than what my Xbox One X does. So I'm like, well, and I also got keyboard and mouse support. So again, you know, I think the industry's changing, and these two machines scream of change. Like, they're approaching next-gen gaming from a technological standpoint that's rewriting how they're going to make games. Like, could you imagine loading, like, literally the PlayStation loads anything in less than, like, a millisecond? Like, that's insane.
I mean, I don't believe it purely from my PS4 right now. It takes a decade.
Yeah.
So, like, that much of a leap in a generation, yeah, I believe it when I see it.
So get this, I play, you know, like I said, on PC, and I'm playing Metro Exodus, which is a pretty taxing game. I have it all maxed out. I can enable some ray tracing, but I don't like what ray tracing looks like for some reason. I guess I'm in the minority there, so I don't.
You got the old man eyes?
I think so. It looks too good for me, I guess. So I have one of those, like, EVO drives, or whatever the hell they're called. They're like the top-of-the-line solid-state drives, right?
Yeah.
I go to boot Metro off of that. My load time is 1 minute and 45 seconds on a rig that can literally boot up The Witcher 3 in about 5 seconds and be loaded and playing. So some games are loading so much instantly that's like, dude, this takes forever. And like, I like that Microsoft showed instant resume on like up to 5 games, and it literally takes like maybe 5 seconds to switch between a Forza and like, I don't know, whatever the hell else you're playing. Like, you don't think you need that right now, but that is gonna be a game changer.
Like, here's the thing, mind you, I'm not very tech savvy and all of that, but my brain right now is like, okay, they're showing you that it can do this. It's within 5 seconds. You have 5 games held on here. How large were those games? Was that only demos of those games?
Oh, it's the full thing.
It worked.
Yep. Here's the thing. When the company says it, I don't trust it. When Digital Foundry tests it and tells you it's true, you trust it. Because those guys are like, let us count the pixels on the crotch of Gears of War 5 and tell you if there's a difference in the lighting on the pixel count. I'm like, I will watch a 30-minute video on pixel counting crotches. Of course. You know, like, legit, they break down every single frame of everything. It's just, and they tore down the Xbox One or Series X, and they're like, oh no, what they're saying is possible. Like, they saw it in action, which is pretty impressive. But there was, showing you, like, they show off an original Xbox game, boot to a 360, then boot to a new game. So it's like, it's impressive that you can do that, and I like that idea of, I don't have to wait much, because currently, like, I'm like, oh, I'm waiting for a Call of Duty Warzone match. All right, I'm just going to pick up my phone, I'm going to scroll a couple lines, I'm going to go post something here, or maybe I'll schedule...
The worst game I played in recent memory for loading times is Destiny.
Oh my god.
Destiny is horrific.
Oh.
You could literally sit there for 5 minutes.
Yep.
Even like Monster Hunter World is bad, and the gameplay makes up for that. But like, it's crazy how long games take to load.
Here I am. I'm playing on a PlayStation 3, playing Resident Evil 1, like remake, remaster, and the load times for me, mind you, like I don't do a bunch of gaming, but when I do, I like deep dive into that particular game.
Think of it this way. Those loading doors in Resident Evil were a sign of aging because they were there to mask loading.
Yeah.
Right? But you're not going to have that anymore. It's like, that's impressive.
So they're actually going to walk through a door, like real normal door.
Yeah.
And here's something...
You could play Mass Effect without waiting 5 minutes for the elevator to go up.
Right. Well, it's like if you played a new Resident Evil Remake 2 or 3... that's like the same thing, you don't have those doors. It's continuous on like open world games. And
so what are devs going to do with this? Because they can't cut corners on that now.
So here's what I talked to somebody that is a game developer that I know that he does develop games for a pretty big company. I can't say what or where or what they're doing, but he said essentially, imagine Assassin's Creed Black Flag was something he used for example for me because he knows I love that game. There was clear loads in there when you would get off a ship to go to the thing. They masked it because you're swinging off. He said they could preload the entire map of Assassin's Creed Black Flag in literally a fraction of a second, and you will never see a load screen. Nothing will ever take, have textures. And right now, like, when you're playing a game, what's in front of you is loaded. What's behind you is being drawn in a, kind of like a lower quality, so sometimes if you spin around quickly, you'll see it load back in. That doesn't exist anymore because everything is permanently loaded.
Wow.
And the fact that they have it running at 120 to 144 hertz, now some of you won't know what this means. I have a monitor that's an ultra-wide 144 hertz refresh rate, so if I'm playing a game maxed out and the frame rate is at those levels, it literally changes how you see things. Like, because I play, like I said, Call of Duty, I'm playing on PlayStation and on the PC. It's insane how responsive the PC and how my kill-death ratio is way better because it's just smooth. Like, it's hard to convey unless you see it in person or experience it.
You also said that there's more of the screen available. Like, almost like how in real life you have your peripherals, that not everybody's trained to use their peripherals, but... when you sit there and you watch the game, because I've seen him play it on both. When he plays the game on the PlayStation, looks a little congested, but when he plays it on his PC upstairs, and mind you, it is a slight curved one as well, so it almost mimics how you would look at it with your peripherals.
I literally have an extra like 40% field of view. It's
I was going to say
huge.
that's sliding the POV up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just crazy. Overall, I'm excited for next gen systems. I know Mitch, you're obviously a gamer. Shay, play some games here as well. What do you think? Like, what? I know a lot of people are looking at Xbox and just going, "Well, I don't want it because I also have a PC that could play it." And I kind of agree with those people. But what would make you like get an Xbox at this point?
Fusion Frenzy.
I mean, it just depends on what games they got. That's it.
Yeah.
The reason I stopped playing, like, I haven't turned my Xbox on since like November. Like, I do like an online racing league, or I did, and like we're not necessarily doing it this year, but that's all I kind of like ended up using it for.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, like a £600+ console isn't really going to be worth that.
Yeah.
So depending on what they do now, if they have some great like exclusives come out, I'll look at it, but it depends. No. I mean, because I'll get one, I'll wait like a year or two, then get the other.
Yeah, that's typically how I go. I space them out by a year. That's what we did with we got the PS4 and then we got the Xbox One like about a year later. To me, honestly, like, because I love video games, I want to play them all. Sometimes people are shocked. They're like, I never thought you'd play like a PGA Tour golf game. I'm like, I just love video games. Like, I'll play anything as long as I hear it's good. Like, I know nothing about Dragon Ball Z, but I picked up that like 2D fighting game. I don't know, Fighter Z.
Fighters, yeah.
I played the hell out of that game because it's such a good game. And again, I know nothing about that series. Like, I just love playing games. And the thing with me is exclusives. I don't care how much power your console has. Exclusives are what sell it. Yep. And all I have to tell people is, in this household, we own 5 Nintendo Switches.
Yep.
We love Nintendo. Dude, there's so many exclusive Switch games. I'm like, well, I gotta buy a Switch game.
We do Limited Run, and Limited Run has such a great partnership with the Nintendo Switch, and a lot of games come out on a physical form for the Switch. So that's another reason why we do, and it's just so easy too. Like, we could sit there and be playing in bed and then be like, all right, well, you need to record a video. I can take that, go downstairs, play it downstairs on the big TV, and then go back upstairs. Like, it's such a versatile system that literally has...
the Switch is a game changer.
Oh my god, yeah.
That literally has something for everyone.
The fact I can literally, and I did, carried over my Witcher PC save onto the Switch, played for about an hour and a half. I shut it off. The Switch was automatically uploaded it to my Steam cloud. I booted it up and I just continued on PC. That's impressive. Like, where else are you going to get Mario games or Killer Zelda games or Pokemon? You know, like, you can't. And
I would say the Switch for me was purely a Pokemon console. And it's just like, you know what, I'll branch out a little bit.
Yep.
I've always played like Mario and Zelda, by the way.
But yeah, to me, I knew the Switch was a big game changer for me when I picked up Fire Emblem, which is a game I always looked at and just laughed at. I was like, this is stupid. I don't get this stupid anime, whatever the hell crap. And then I ended up sinking 60 hours my first run, 40 hours my second run, and I'm on my third run with the third house on that game.
He's basically become a weeb.
It's literally my favorite game of last year. Like, I can't tell you how good that game is. I'm like, well, I never thought I'd play this game. Like,
and that also helped branch him out into, like, Persona 5 and, like, so many other different anime games. So, like, it's such an amazing console to be able to do that. And like, honestly, it's also cheaper. So, like, right now, like, say if you're looking into next year and you're like, well, what's going to be the best thing? It's like, well, if you're not really a big gamer, the best thing is honestly the Switch.
That's also the thing, like, the PlayStation 5 will have PS5 exclusive games.
Yes.
They said the Series X, if that's your choice, will have no exclusive games for 2 years. Because they'll all run on the Xbox One X. So I'm like, whoa, I can just get Halo Infinite on there, I guess.
Get that, and I think that's a great idea. Because why should the last generation just be automatically obsolete? Mm-hmm. So I don't get when people be like, oh, well, why would you want backwards compatibility? It's like, well, why wouldn't you?
So, to me, my only argument is... and this is kind of like... it's from that because I always love new technology and stuff. If they're to announce a Horizon Zero Dawn 2 or a Spider-Man 2 tomorrow and tell me it's cross-gen and it works on both, the PS4 has to cater to the 2013 console, right? So they have to keep that in mind with the limitations. Once you restrict it to a next-gen console, you're not restricted by that,
Backwards
No, you're not. But at the
compatibility.
same time, not everyone can afford that new console.
and that's kind of the problem, because it's like, and that's kind of like what also pushes you to next-gen, right? Like imagine originally the Xbox 360. I had no interest in that console, but I remember Shan and I looking at Dead Rising and being like, I love Capcom, I love zombie games, we're picking it up for Dead Rising. Had Dead Rising been on the original Xbox, which it was actually intended to be at one point, I probably wouldn't have made that jump so early. So it's like, I get both
I'm saying
standpoints,
it's like
you know?
Breath of the Wild. Like, I assume you had a Wii U.
Oh, I
Yes.
still have a Wii U, yep.
Is that would you have got that on the Wii U? Because that game was clearly made for it.
Ooh, I mean,
Seeing as the Wii U's literally in the menu screen.
yeah, I played it on the Wii U. I actually think we have a copy, and it runs choppy as hell.
Ew.
So it's like it's interesting. I think what people need to know though is, no matter which one of these consoles you pick up when they come out, I think you're gonna have good stuff to play on both of them. And I'm not gonna go without saying Microsoft. I give them the most amount of credit for Xbox Game Pass, because I haven't bought an Xbox game in a year now, because they're all for $100 a year available literally on Game Pass. Like, they're saving me so much money. It's insane.
So what was that Dragon game that was being made for Xbox?
Oh, Scalebound?
Yeah, whoever gets Scalebound will get my money.
Dude, that game looked so good,
Tell
and
you
then
right
canceled.
now, I was like the only one hyped for that game when it was announced. Like, give me that damn game.
Apparently
I know it's built.
like,
Just finish. Just put it
Ninja
out.
Theory wants to complete it, but it's a Microsoft IP, so they can't.
And say, Microsoft, put it out and I'll get you down console.
Yep, that'd be nice.
I'm excited for the console because of the fact that they're remaking Fusion Frenzy.
Well, not even that. Like, it's not a quote-unquote remake. You put your original Xbox disc in.
Oh, yeah.
It upscales it to 4 to 8K, 120 frames a second with HDR. What the hell? That's magic.
And, like, mind you, like, Fusion Frenzy came out when Armin and I first started dating. That literally was our game that bonded and broke us at the same
That
time.
and Resident Evil... Oh, no,
Four.
Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow.
Yeah,
The second one,
those
yes.
were the games that we would literally play all the time together. And the reason why I say Fusion Frenzy, like, make and broke us, because if I would win, he would be salty. And then if he would win, I would be extra salty.
It was it was Microsoft's version of Mario Party. That's what it was.
I was gonna say, I remember being like a Mario Party.
Honestly, I thought it was better than Mario Party, but that's my own opinion. Please don't hurt me.
But to be fair, Mario Party is the most insidious game I think's ever been created. That thing is designed to break people.
Oh, it is. It
Just
is.
like Monopoly.
It's horrendous.
Monopoly.
It's like they took Monopoly and made it worse.
Yeah,
It's just
legit.
like,
So with that, you guys in the comments, let us know what console you're gonna pick up, or maybe you're gonna hold off for a while because the current consoles are still pushing amazing games, as we see from Ghost of Tsushima coming out, but which looks unrealistic. So, oof, boy, that game looks good.
you mean it looks unreal, or
Well, no, it looks unreal in a good way. Like, it's clearly gamified, like feudal Japan, but it has that. I don't know how to describe. It doesn't look real, but it looks stylized, realistic. Like, I
was
don't know
gonna
how
say,
to describe it.
I couldn't tell if you meant unreal as in like the good. This thing looks unreal.
Yeah,
or if you
like,
meant, like
a good.
it
This
doesn't
thing
look
looks
realistic. It's
unreal. I don't just go look up Ghost of Tsushima and understand that game is pushing like Sucker Punch in a direction they've never gone in as a game developer, and it looks just mind-blowing good. Like, it almost puts God of War graphics to shame, which is it's insane, and that's a current gen
I'm just
console.
holding out for Final Fantasy VII. That's the only thing.
Yep. Oh, I can't wait. That'll be my first time ever playing it. Yeah. Spoilers. I know who dies.
Everyone knows you.
If you've ever played a video game, you know.
Guys, for years.
It's like if you watch Star Wars, you're like, wait, Darth Vader is the father? It's like, what? Have you ever looked at pop culture?
So I'm pretty certain my nearing 60-year-old mother knows who dies in that game.
Exactly. So thank you for taking the time to watch that video. If you guys would like more content that we offer here for channel members, which you guys can check out in the little join button down below, we do offer additional content, such as exclusive podcasts and topic discussions, our gaming podcast, Star Wars TV series reviews, Marvel show reviews, DC Universe and CW reviews. We offer personal vlogs, backlog reviews of TV shows and movies, video game topics and Q&As, and of course, in one of our best tiers, we offer audio commentaries on TV shows and movies, along with a bunch of other stuff you guys can check out just by clicking that join button and seeing what is on offer.